The truth is, everybody's a beginner. Everybody. And if you're not, I'm concerned about you. As a budding photographer and a filmmaker, years and years ago, as you can tell by the gray hair, I was brimming with questions. Invoicing questions, quoting questions, how much am I worth, what's my day rate? All the stuff that I'm pretty damn sure every young photographer and filmmaker struggles with. And 15 years on, guess what? It's the same. Yes, of course, I've brought more professionalism, I've got more experience, and all of that stuff comes to the table, but the truth is, projects evolve, clients' needs change, expectations change, budgets disappear, shoots get more complicated. That's it. It is always going to be a learning experience all the time. This game is a give and take. It's very much a dance. And let's just be honest, if you're going to a 1960s party, you were gonna go dance, you wouldn't bring the same moves to a 1980s party, would you? You just wouldn't, because the game's changed. You gotta break out some different moves. And I feel like that's the same as a photographer, reinventing yourself, figuring out what it is you wanna do, how you wanna do it, how you're gonna charge for it. All that stuff is ever evolving. So here's my advice to you, beginner, me included. If anybody says they know it all, they're full of shit. True. I've been doing this for years. I don't know it all. And all those people I thought knew it all when I was getting started, they were winging it too. It just took me a little while to figure it out. Number 2, ask questions to more than one person, right? Be careful who you outsource that intuition to. Because if you're asking somebody for their opinion and their experience, but they've never billed, they've never run their own company, they've never negotiated rates, you're really gonna take that person's advice? Ask more than one person in your field doing a similar sort of thing. Nothing in this life is free. And yes, folks, I live in London, and I'm very well aware that nothing is free. There's always an exchange. Even if you give your time away at no cost. Yes, the perception is that it's free. Honest truth. Hand on heart, whatever it might be, hand on heart. I've learned more and built more and earned more relationships on pro bono shoots that were quote unquote free, that everybody brought their sweat equity and their enthusiasm and their excitement on the day, but nobody was getting paid. I've earned and learned more on those days than any corporate could ever pay me on some of the other shoots that I've done. Yeah, they paid a boatload of cash, but the truth is, it was loads of stress. Didn't enjoy it. It wasn't pushing my creativity. So just know what the exchange is. If you could do one job and it could pay for your whole life, great, and maybe it's worth taking the stress on for that. But sometimes it's nice to do, a couple of jobs that are pretty easy. You get to work with people you enjoy working with. It's a trade-off. Look, I'm not telling you how to run your business. I'm just saying, for me, it's a balance. Sometimes you do the big, stressful stuff. Sometimes you do the little easy bread and butter stuff. Neither of them are better than the other. They're just different, and you treat them as such. The real trick is finding great people that appreciate what you do and what you bring to the table and pay you accordingly. I'm not saying be a rodeo clown and just start throwing numbers around that are way over your belt. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that we're all figuring it out every step along the way. There's a quote that came to mind. It was hilarious when I read it. I feel like it rings true for any parent out there, or any child of a parent. When you're a kid, you don't realize you're also watching your mom and dad grow up. And I think that you watch these professionals do everything that they do, but also understand that they're growing and learning in that situation too. And if they're not, well, that's not a really fun place to be. Growing and learning is the joy of this job. So what is a beginner? Is a beginner somebody that comes at every single situation with fresh eyes and new perspective on how to do things? Well, gosh darn it, I want to be a beginner in everything that I do. So, you want to join me? Let me know down there in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Pick up that phone, call your friends. Check it later. Call me first.